this router, what it does in addition to what our previous Hotspot at Home router does, is it actually brings fixed lines into the Hotspot at Home service, which is being test marketed in a few select markets by T-Mobile. Right. So essentially, it's using UMA to drive landline ports. So if you've got cordless phones at home, you can plug the cordless phone into the router, and now from a single carrier, you can actually get a mobile service, which is dual mode, GSM Wi-Fi, and also a landline service as well. All using UMA, all going over the internet. The previous router, the main purpose was to support dual mode phones. The dual mode phones themselves had UMA embedded, but the router didn't. But with the new router, we've actually taken the UMA client and embedded it in the router. And we actually, if you think about it, it's almost like taking a mobile phone and embedding it in the router. Because we're running GSM, we're running UMA, there's actually SIM cards embedded in the router as well to provide identity and authentication for the landline port. This router it's essentially a standard Linksys router, but we've optimized it to work very well with Wi-Fi handsets. So we've implemented algorithms to improve the battery life of handsets. We've also implemented a protocol to do secure pairing with handsets. So through a single button push, you can pair securely with a mobile handset, so it makes the setup a lot easier. So these are some of the things we've done to enable the Hotspot at Home service. What's really new about this router is it can actually support 2 phone lines as well. So you can actually have 2 unique phone numbers. So for instance, you can have a home phone number. You can also have a second line. So for instance, if you have a daughter in the family that likes talking on the phone a lot, and she doesn't want to use the handset all the time when she's at home, she can plug in her own cordless phone. It can have an extension dedicated for her, in addition to your home phone line. So in the back, to enable the identity and authentication, we actually have the capability to support up to 2 SIM cards. So those 2 SIM cards actually provide the identity for these 2 fixed lines. So it's actually a very unique concept of offering fixed lines by using UMA, using GSM, enabling a mobile carrier to deploy both fixed and mobile service using the same. This router is in test markets right now. I think you'll have to go and refer to T-Mobile on pricing plans, but I think they've published some preliminary pricing plans. It's actually very aggressive in terms of the incremental costs it would take to get landline service if you're already a T-Mobile subscriber. These 2 products are called mobile broadband routers, and essentially what we've done is taken a Linksys router and enable it to support 3G data cards. So this can actually support a 3G data card on the top, PCMCIA based interface. We've partnered with carriers. In the US, we're working with carriers like Sprint, Verizon, and AT&T. Outside the US, and in fact, the first people we partnered with in this product category was a Vodafone. In EMEA and Asia, we've actually launched with Vodafone. So what we've done is we're supplying the router, but typically carriers will bundle this with a 3G data subscription plan. So the idea is we're trying to help carriers increase the number of data subscribers that they acquire. Target application is to support mobile work groups. So right now, if you have a 3G data card, only one person can use it at a time. But I mean, a great example is in a trade show environment like this. I have 3 or 4 colleagues with me. I have a mobile broadband card. Maybe I want to give the rest of my colleagues access to the internet connection. Well, with a router like this, I just plug the 3G data card inside the router, and now my colleagues via Wi-Fi can connect to that same 3G data connection. Support UMTS, GSM-based networks. We are supporting HSDPA cards as well. For carriers that are CDMA-based, we support EVDO, RevZero, and RevA cards as well. So pretty much we support most of the major mobile broadband technologies out there. Right now, what we've done is partnered with carriers. So it means that we only support select data cards that are distributed by that carrier. So when you buy a router, it's either very specific to Sprint or very specific to Verizon or Vodafone or AT&T.
Right. So you cannot use any take the router and use an Orange.
No. It's right now it's very specific to carrier. The main thing is that we do a lot of testing and interop to make sure the service works.
Right.
Also, we actually partner with carriers on the go-to-market. So because we've developed the product together, when we take the product to market, we actually take those products through our channels as well as the carriers' channels.
Okay.
So we feel that really partnering is the right way to go attack this market.